Well, that messed up already. Oh man, it's already messed up every time I do it. But we are here. We are once again with the Old Faith here on the Greyhawk channel. So excited. You know, it's always whenever we start streaming that we end up with like 7 Zeldas. I don't know how it works with Roll20 and Zelda, but Zelda is the one we see the most of all.
Is this better?
As it should
There's
be.
still so many of you.
There should be thousands of Zeldas.
Never enough Zeldas.
Never enough Zeldas.
Never enough Zeldas. That's fine. We can keep our collection of Zeldas at bay, and while I do that, we will welcome the chat. Hey everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Sorry we missed last week. We were dealing with some sickness and didn't want anyone else to miss us, as I think they've put it, flirting with dragons, because that's what we're doing tonight. How did this happen? Every time I move a file, there's just literally more Zeldas.
It's like Russian nesting dolls.
I like
but it's
Zeldas.
Zeldas.
I can't explain. I've completely lost Fran, but there's so many Zeldas.
Am I the biggest or the smallest Russian nesting doll?
You are all of them.
There's another me. I don't need 2 me's. That's
Why doesn't the strongest of the Old Faith members simply eat all the other ones?
Consume.
That's the way you build your strength, by consuming it. Well, I mean, you do have the very good bite attack, so that is so good. If you want to go around and just let everyone know who you are and who you're playing, that would be fantastic. And if we want to, we can start with the World Eater herself, Zelda.
I am a 4,000-year-old primordial serpent, and I am playing Korko, who is also a lizard folk witch, homebrew class, homebrew race. We're trying it out, and she likes to make potions, and mostly poisons, sometimes healing potions, and she really loves dragons, especially green ones, because she herself is green.
That is very good. Thank you. And we will go then now to the newly found face of Fran. Hello, Fran.
Hi, I'm Fran. I am playing Fern, the Firbolg cleric. She's a nature cleric. And she's a good girl. That's all there is to it.
She's a very good girl, and she's very excited for the dragon too. So nice.
Who
the
is
nicest dragon. Thank you. And then next up we have the Deer Sweet, Mackenzie, who's playing another Deer Sweet.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Landy on Twitter, and I'm playing Maven Snowborn, a tiefling gloomstalker ranger who is on the fence about dragons because she's never seen one, but it looks cool. Also, this is my first dragon encounter as a player, so this is exciting.
I hope I don't scar you permanently from dragons.
It's okay.
Because
My first mimic encounter was the literal dread gazebo, so like really, it's fine.
So you just like to be thrown in the fire. Then we're fine. Nothing to worry about. And last but not least, the Dear Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey, and I am playing Eunice Gnarlbridges, the halfling barbarian, and I am small. And small.
You are small. It's very good. Excellent. And I have all of your faces beautifully placed, all in the right locations. So, thank you to my players, and thank you to our viewers, and then a few other special thanks, like to our Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers. We would not be here right now if it wasn't for you right now. You get access to our private Discord and a few other special things, like special discount codes for Brew Inc., Devin Brew's website, for all of her wonderful maps and art and etc.'s. Very good, 10 out of 10, I do recommend. You do also get special discounts for Cantrip Candles, some of the best Dungeon for Your Dragon smells. I'm sure there's scents for the deepest of dives, the crawliest of creeps, and all sorts of very good scents. They are candles, if I have not made myself abundantly clear. Casey usually has one burning. I think she has one going right now.
Totally just showed it off, yep.
Yep, excellent. See, perfect timing. What an angel. She knows what's going on. She's our team sponsor help. She's very good. We also want to thank Roll20. It's where we play our beautiful game at, the website that we use, bringing friends together from all over the world. We are supported by them. And while we play on Roll20, we use some of the most marvelous maps around, heroic maps that you can find at Drive-Thru RPG. If it wasn't for them, they would not be as permanently scarred as they are. They would not be able to see all the wonderful dragons that they get to see tonight. And if online gaming's not your speed, check out Tabletop Loot. They have been our longest supporter since. They have been sponsoring us from the very beginning. We are so grateful for them. And they still give us the wonderful discount code, 15% off, if you use the coupon code GREYHAWK, capital G, capital H. There. Did it. And from there, today we're going to switch things up on the previously on the Old Faith. Normally Miss Casey is the one to do it, but we're going to try and push out some baby birds from the nest. And we're going to see if Miss Zelda can give us the recap of last week.
Oh boy. Okay, so
No pressure.
we started our last episode in the, not the ruins, but the hideout of the, were they Red Cloaks, Bree? It was the Crow woman that was
Yes, they were
sent-
Scarlet Brotherhood members in a barrow that once belonged to Tiriana the Lost.
And so we interrupted the ceremony, and we are picking the bones of this hideout, in which we learned that not only was the elven girl that we saved gone, she ran off. There was a secret door about 12 or so feet up on the wall in the ritual room, which we broke into by me throwing E into the door and her opening it while diving through. And inside we found a study of some sort that probably once was the Elven Girl's study, but was repurposed by the Scarlet Brotherhood members, in which we found notes, hit notes on our party. In that room also was a secret passageway that led to a chest, which was trapped and knocked myself out, and I think that was it. But we also found a, what are they called? Not a pensive, basically a big dish of water that you can do divination magic in, and people have been watching us. After reluctantly getting Maven to agree to not sleep in the enemy hideout base in which we could be found again, we moved on to another camp to the east, where we found a small trading group and got some rest. Maven got to talk to Tiefling, which she has not been able to talk to in possibly ever, which was very precious, and I loved being part of the listening.
Proud mom squad.
Yeah, it was a hella mom squad.
We rested, we ate, and we collected some magic items, one for each of us, I believe, and moved on after we asked about a name which I was told before this started, and I cannot remember. Margaret, I believe, was the name.
If I just
could be wrong.
Marjorie Mulhall.
Marjorie. And the whole camp, after hearing that name, promptly packed up and left, being kind of scared of us or her or someone, her, Marjorie. In that time, we decided, well, we can't stay here, so we should deal with something and either go to Darewald, the town in which Maven talked to with the Tiefling woman, or we could follow the green dragon that had just passed over our heads to the north, and that is the path we chose. We headed north, and we are currently at the base of a little outcropping where there is in fact a green dragon.
That was very good. Thank you so much, Zelda. You do have inspiration now that you may apply to
Thank
your
you.
character sheet, and you can use it anytime. That was so good. But yes, our wonderful adventurers have gone on quite the little walking spree. In the barrow of the druid, they found a hit note warning all other Scarlet Brotherhood members of their existence in the Dreadwood. They also found another note from a Marjorie Mulhall. who said that they were to collect, the Scarlet Brotherhood was to collect Tiriana the Lost, the druid they attempted to rescue 2 games ago, who disappeared, and give her as a gift to the Great Green Dragon. But that is where we begin today's episode, right in front of the dragon, at the base of this outcropping, where she stood up taller than the highest of buildings over the trees, with a very sharp-toothed grin. Hello, my pets. And who might you be?
We are.
You want to treat with the dragon?
We are hopefully friends with a wish to parley with you, or at least warn you of people coming and their deceit.
Ooh, parlay. It's like a little game of chess, almost. And the dragon's wings kind of shudder at the thought. You can feel the breeze of these massive wings like billow towards you just by the small shiver. Her mass is so great. Now, who would try to deceive little old me, friend?
A group in red cloaks. They wish to bring sacrifices to you.
Now that just sounds harsh. I don't take sacrifices. I take pets. Who are these red-cloaked individuals you are so worried about? And why are they better than you?
Why are they better than me?
Yes, or why are you better than them? Clearly someone is at the wrong side of this.
We wish to ask you just to not accompany in their midst. They will ask more.
Okay. Now you do understand that people come to me in all sorts of cloaks. Do you have any names? Affiliations? Why they're so evil?
They destroy towns and villages. Not powerful game. And though that may seem enticing, there is much pain brought from them.
The massive beast steps to the very edge of her pile of treasure and leans forward, making almost the entire distance to you, Koroko. And this massive nose is triple the size of your body. As she peers down, who are you so scared of, little green witch?
It is not who, but what I am scared of.
Well. And she leans back and goes, well, with that kind of information, I don't know if I can help you. There are many people who come to me for favors. I can't guarantee that I will or will not help them.
Then is there some...
May I insert some additional information into this conversation?
Ooh, you're quite small. Yes, speak small one.
Thanks. Hi. Nice to meet you. When we first discovered these people, we think we connected things that they have done to I don't know, what would you call it, Koroko? A necrosis of the forest?
They are destroying the land.
Yeah. This is our home.
Has been my home since long before your people even walked this land. But who would be destroying the woods?
The Scarlet Brotherhood.
Scarlet Brotherhood. And she puts a massive arm right over the rocky ledge. She puts her other claw here, and she just kind of pats her claw to her chin. Very human-esque, but massive and kind of strange. As she looks up into the air. Scarlet Brotherhood. I don't know if that rings any bells for me. Scarlet
One of the fellas has like big old horns. And I think he's red.
Horns. There are a lot of things here with horns. I mean, I have horns. I don't wear red, though. It's terribly clashing.
I think he's a fiend.
That would be interesting. Who would find a fiend here in the Dreadwood? That is interesting. I wonder what will become of it.
Well, you mind not helping them destroy our home? Is that like something we can agree on?
Well, I don't often make deals with people I would eat for breakfast. Is there something you have that they don't? A gift, a prize, a treasure, anything to offer me that they won't offer?
What do you want?
Oh, I don't know. I can have anything I want. It's just what can you
Right.
give me?
Apparently, she takes pets, correct?
I do take pets.
I'm fresh out of those. How about you? Fern? You got any pets?
Not on me.
Do not believe I have anything of intense value on my person.
While all of you argue amongst yourselves, the dragon does look directly at Maven.
Hi.
Hello. Now you tell me, while all of these children argue, what do you think of this Scarlet Brotherhood?
Well, I think they are powerful and dangerous. And they threaten to take away one of the only things I have, and that scares me.
Well, then tell me this, little girl. If someone was to come here in a red cloak, how am I to determine if they are the evil ones or not, if you do not know who they are?
No, you're right. And you're right to say that we don't know a lot, because we don't. We're still learning and doing research, and we're doing a hunt of our own.
Well, why don't you tell me everything you know, little girl, and we will discuss.
Can I insight check? Why?
You can insight check if you would like, yes. Alright, so what are you trying to see from this big scaly cretin?
Why exactly does she want to know what we know, and why everything? Is it because of the reasons that they are telling, or is it because they have already previous connections with the Scarlet Brotherhood?
It sounds more like a morbid curiosity to you. Like, the struggles that you're dealing with seem very inconsequential, and she's just interested in the problems toddlers would have between one another.
Okay. Okay. Well, what I know is that they have killed what is it? Okay, players not knowing. This is the Archdruid of the Dreadwood Circle?
There was the Archdruid of the Dreadwood Circle that you found.
Yes.
They had killed everyone from there.
They killed. Ooh. They killed the people
Ninja
in
Throwing
one of our circles in the Dreadwood. They poisoned a town over many, many years by tricking them into planting poison seeds and harming their children by eating poison. And that was ages ago. They perverted the trees and made them sick. They raised birds from the dead as spies. And they Maven stops for a little because she was about to mention the name Marjorie Malhel. Say, hey, they're bringing you pets, and then realize maybe that's a bad idea, so she just froze.
I would like you to roll me. I don't know what I want you to roll me. Maybe a deception check, because I feel like she wants to see if she can catch you freezing.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to roll as the dragon, because you'll lose every time.
Yeah, Maven was not prepared to deceive. It kinda hit her across the face.
Is there a way that I can give Maven my inspiration?
If you
For
would
this?
like to. She can reroll
I
if you'd like.
technically have inspiration already, but I feel like story-wise,
You would like
this
to.
dice
You
works.
want? Okay, all right.
That's more
It's fine.
Story-wise, this works.
So when you pause, she puts one of her great feet just over the ledge to get very close to you, stretched out, and she goes, "Go on, finish."
Well, they wanted to bring you things. They
Oh.
knew that you liked pets, so they wanted to bring you some in the hopes that they'd ally with you, but they lost their pet, so they don't have anything anymore.
That is interesting. They know me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories, and they're very impressive. So,
I mean, there are stories, but there are few who actually know me.
well, we know you. We were able to find you.
That is true. How would they know me? How would they know I like pets? Are you hiding anything from me, little girl?
Am I hiding anything? I don't remember. Am I hiding anything Maven might know? Because that's all I was able to pull off the top of my head. Sorry. Maven was really into the tiefling last week, and that's all she remembers. Everyone was super happy.
Technically, there's nothing you were hiding from her except for the specific name of Marjorie Malhel.
Was that not already mentioned?
You did not say her name.
Oh,
You
okay.
avoided it. You can either roll another deception.
Maven will give it up. Well, one other thing, the person they were working for was Malhel? Marjorie Malhel.
And when you say that, she kind of stiffens and backs up and kind of walks back to her pile and sits on top of her treasure hoard.
Did I say something wrong?
Marjorie Malhel.
Oh no.
I have not seen her since she was merely a child. Oh, how many years it's been. To think she's still alive. Marjorie Malhel, bringing me pets. When she knows that's not what I want.
Then what is it that you want?
Now that you've said that name, I feel like I want something that you can do for me. Enemy of my enemy, of course. I would like you to collect the greatest pet of all. at the bottom of the Malhel Library. And she just stares at all of you.
Is the pet humanoid? I'm good with beasts and monsters, so this might be doable.
If it was a beast, a person, or a monster, I would have taken care of it a long time ago. But no, that squirrely cretin has hidden himself for what feels like a millennia. And she...
Perhaps a name would be helpful.
Oh. Well, it's Marjorie's father, of course.
Hmm.
And the dragon turns her head behind. And there are, behind her, 2 minstrels in a cage, quietly strumming music on their beds, and a small human woman tidying up things as she roams around. The dragon turns to her and says, "Come, fetch the ring from the chest." She goes into the chest, pulls out a single ring and a gemstone, a beautiful garnet.
And we can see her doing this,
You
right?
see her doing it plain and simple.
Would I be able to tell, or would Fern be able to tell if maybe she was under some kind of enchantment or anything, or just...
You can roll an Arcana check if you would like.
I have +0. Ooh, that's a 6.
She looks like she's moving at her own free will.
Alright.
She procures a ring and a gem. Ooh, I'm gonna move all the treasure instead of her. And she's going to scamper all the way around. And she'll hold out a very strange ring that almost looks like a scroll to cover 2 fingers and a large emerald. And she just holds them out like this, waiting for someone to take.
I can take them.
Maven would like to look at the ring and see if she recognizes any symbols or...
It doesn't look like they say anything on them. It looks almost kind of like a nonsense script. Just kind of get the feel of what it is.
Okay. So, like, no crests or anything?
No crests.
Okay.
And then
As,
she scampers off.
as not to waste time, would you mind telling us exactly what you are giving us?
Well, of course, because I want you to bring it back to me. Inside of that ring holds a very powerful spell. And I want you to beat Lord Malhel. Nearly to death, but do not kill him. And when he is weakened, I would like you to use that spell. And then return the gemstone to me. You are going to collect his soul. The ultimate pet. Don't worry about Marjorie. I'm sure she'll be happy in the long run. He's hurt too many people. Myself included.
Where exactly is the Malhel Manor located?
Silly me. It has been a long time. I wonder how overgrown it must have come over the years. It has been quite a few years. Hold on 1 second, please. And with that, she stands up with such a force as she propels herself into the air. All of you have to cover your face as wind and dust and plants are just flying everywhere. The gemstones and the treasure are just tumbling around as the small woman comes around to scurry them back into a pile before the dragon lands. She flies far out of sight for just a few moments. If there's anything you would like to say before she returns.
Why did you leave me to talk to the dragon?
She asked you directly, and I felt it was rude to interrupt.
Okay.
This Wilhelm guy
Malhel?
Malhelm, there we go. This Malhelm guy, he's bad, right? We're not gonna go beat an innocent man half to death if he's not bad, right?
Well, if he hurt the dragon, then that's probably bad.
I can't really get a good read on her, on whether or not she's...
Well, she didn't eat us, so I'm assuming she's okay.
That is a fair point.
I also don't know if we have much of a choice if we do not want a dragon attacking cities. Correct?
That is also a good point.
I feel like if she's got a brain in her head, she's not going to end up working for the Red Cloaks because they're obviously domineering types.
She's also a dragon, and they like getting things. And if the Red Cloaks offer good things, then...
Yeah, but then she becomes their pet that way. And I do not think that that's something she's going to abide.
People do strange things for power.
Well, I'm happy that we got to tell her who they are and what their motives are, as far as we know.
Just get a soul. It'll be fine.
I do think if we are capturing someone who is causing more trouble than they're worth and securing the favor of a dragon in the process, it may be the best option we have.
And when you say that, you begin to hear the dragon slowly descend. And when she does, it's far more graceful than you would expect. No one shakes. The ground is still. And she returns to her sitting position. It seems that it hasn't moved, which is a good sign. But you will have to climb back down the hill. It's to the southeast. The Malhel Library.
Is there a way that we will know it?
Well, it looks like a stone building that tumbled hundreds of years ago. Look
Is
for
it-
the giant vultures, perhaps?
Aha, there you go.
Will this job just gain us trust, or will it gain your favor?
Well, that's the funny thing about that small green one. There's only one way for you to find out.
Then it will be... we have already agreed to do it.
Yes, it seems that you have. Good luck. Don't die, because I would like my ring back. My treasure is mine.
Before we go, sorry. Before we go, can we have a name so that we can tell everyone else about your glory?
No.
Okay.
No, I've lost my name thousands of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Do you want a new one?
No,
Correct.
my child, because when you are nothing but dust, I will remain. When you are nothing more than an afterthought, I will remain. When your species has gone from history, I will remain. Names mean
Ready.
no permanence in an eternity. I cannot die.
So what you're saying is that we're all just dust in the wind.
Yes, as is this war. As was the last war.
War?
Yes, the war. The war on Earth. Do you spend all of your time in the forest?
Yes?
Yes.
Well, children, while you run through the forests, frolicking to find enemies squared away, another war rages across. And I don't know what Marjorie is planning, but it didn't work out so well for her family the first war. And the dragon kind of just shrugs.
Can I touch you? Can I see you smiling?
I don't think you can ask someone that. I think we should probably go.
But then I can tell people I touched a dragon.
No,
The massive creature stands. And every step is lumbering. You can barely stand on your feet, Koriko and Fern. But both Maven and Eunice fall from the sheer weight jostling around. This gargantuan creature, larger than mountains, stands in front of you, Eunice. And lowers its head very close. Teeth larger than your body.
I would like to begin to reach out and touch her wherever she offers.
Touch it right on her snout.
Oh.
Do not fail me. And she turns around and returns to her spot.
Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I saw that. That was a lot. That was a lot.
So cool.
Is there anything else you would like to say to the great green dragon?
I will just take my leave, a small bow, and then walk away.
Yes, my queen. Yes, my big green.
Thank you for your time. We promise we'll do this right. Bow and then just shuffle off after Lizard Mom.
Same.
And as you go, you hear her quietly laugh. Time. Oh, but I have all the time in the world. So we make our way down the hill once again. I won't make you roll because the last time it was abysmal. But you make your way down once again. And you travel. And you travel. And you travel going southeast as this dragon had told you. But you can't seem to find anything that looks like an old building. And you search. And you search. I would like all of you to give me perception checks.
Do I get bonuses if it's in my favorite terrain?
Oof.
Sure.
I don't
I
remember.
have no idea.
Neither do I. I'm gonna look right now. Natural Explorer. When you make an awareness review, proficiency bonus is doubled,
So you get to add your proficiency bonus.
and I can't become lost except by magical means. I remain alert to danger. Find twice as much food, blah blah blah. Okay, so I just add an extra 2 to whatever I roll. Which doesn't help, it's a 9.
There we go. So as you walk, Eunice, you hear something. It almost doesn't seem real, because it sounds like it's coming from directly behind you. Almost like it's touching your ear with its lips. Run.
We gotta run.
No one else hears it.
Why?
Now.
Where?
Run.
Why?
Forward.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't see. I think we're fine. I don't see anything.
I heard something. Someone told me to run. I'm gonna
Okay,
trust it.
you just listen to things you hear in the forest. Isn't that how we got into a lot of trouble?
What ill could come from a request to run?
We could run right into a monster that wants to eat us.
Okay, we'll choose. I'm running.
I'll run as well.
And as you guys begin to run, Fern, you hear something in the back of your ear. You're headed to the library. Turn away.
Keep going. As far as I'm concerned, a library is where we want to go.
And as you continue to run, Maven, I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
You hear a scream inside of your head
Ah!
that sounds like a terrified woman being struck down. And it makes you fall to your knee. And as you land and look down at the ground, you see old stonework from a very ancient building.
Did I take any damage?
None?
Okay. Cool. I think I found something. Can you come back? Or keep going?
Do like a Tokyo Drift thing and.
There's stone here. I think we're close out.
And as you continue forth, you can load right here in this very bottom left corner.
Oh, okay. 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 Uh-oh. Not please. Not please. Okay.
Nothing to worry about. Just some ghosts.
We just talked to a dragon. How bad could a few ghosts be?
How bad could a few ghosts be? Honestly, that is a very good point, Zelda. But you are now standing in ruins of a very old building. And you see piles of flesh melting in the heat. Small buzzards fly to and from. You see bones that look older than time itself, as well as corpses from mere days ago. The buzzards fly as these spectral creatures float, heads hung down. And in the far right corner is a bird larger than any you have ever seen before. It looks like a vulture, but it is massive.
How big do the ruins seem?
They seem like they are the size of a library.
Would it be feasible for me to scout around the edges? Just
Yeah.
kind of do a perimeter check?
Yeah, it would seem like a small town library, not like a great city of Greyhawk library.
Yeah. I'll be right back. And Maven's just gonna put up, go scout around the edges.
Okay. Would you like to roll me a stealth, please?
Yeah. Stealthy, 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 stealthy.
Trust sending out.
Not stealthy, not stealthy, not stealthy. Moderately stealthy, it's fine.
Do you start north or do you start east in your perimeter check?
Let's do east.
So as you travel east, peeking through what used to be buildings, you do notice a stairwell. And as you do, a ghost turns its head around, but does not see you as you run quickly across the edge. As you peer north, a skeleton, moving, begins walking in your direction.
Press up against the wall.
And he walks until he is right at the corner. You hear all of his bones creak as there is no cartilage to keep them from smashing against each other. before he turns around and makes his lonely pace back. Though the undead have not seen you, it seems that the buzzard is making direct eye contact with you.
Okay. When the stairwell that I see, did it go up or did it go down?
It goes down.
That's what I figured. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the party.
And as
Okay.
you sneak back to the party notices the very large bird laying on a ledge closer, staring.
Big chicken.
Okay, well, bad news. That. Good news, I think I found our way into the basement. With minimal problem. I don't like that bird.
Does anybody know if that bird's natural?
I could. Can I actually do a nature check on this bird?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do one as well?
If you
Or
would
something
like.
similar?
You can roll all of the checks. Survival, nature, whatever floats your boats.
Does this still count as favored terrain?
No longer.
Okay, that's what I figured, but cool. We'll do survival because I'm actually okay at that.
Okay.
Huh.
So with a 16 nature check, the bird that stares at you, you check around its eyes, around its mouth, the way its feathers, and you do see a gentle heaving of breath. The smaller buzzards flying around it, they all seem like living birds. With your survival check, though, Maven,
Uh-huh.
the way this bird is staring at you, he sees fresh prey.
Did you get anything? 'Cause I think that bird wants to eat us.
Seems. It almost feels wrong to say, but it does seem natural.
Yeah, well, good, because it wants to eat us. Which is natural, but also not great.
If it's a real vulture, that means we can talk to it.
You can, we can't. That's a you thing.
It's also a fern thing.
Oh, it's a fern thing too.
It's
a you two thing. I can't do that. I'm just good at shooting them. Don't tell them that.
Your secret's safe with me.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
Do you want to talk to the bird? I can let you talk to the bird. It's fine. Also, there's a bunch of ghosts and undead. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's fine.
That bird looks really scary.
I have half a mind to think that the bird killed everything that's in here. Birds,
That would make me feel a lot better if it did. I hope it's true.
Do we want to talk to the bird?
I mean, I'd rather not kill it if it's actually a vulture. You know, you don't want to judge things by the way they
All
look.
right.
Looks scary, but
This is what we'll do. Is I'll let you talk to the bird,
takes
and I'll be your backup
Okay, well, you guys gotta wait 10 minutes.
in case I need to diffuse the situation.
so you're gonna be her wingman or a bird.
No!
No! No!
I'm invoking double disadvantage now for all of Zelda's rolls. Double disadvantage for all of Zelda's rolls.
You can't lay it out so easily and expect me not to say it.
Oh.
Alright, so it takes a ritual cast of 10 minutes for you to speak to animals.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to do to appease the hungry bird for the 10 minutes rest of the party?
Not 'cause we don't want to whet its appetite.
I could give it poison.
Do not poison the bird before we talk to it!
I would prefer to wait to find out if the birds are bad before we poison them.
I have rations, I think. We took food. I can give it food if you let me give it food. Also, this is scary.
It flies again and
Um,
perches directly in front of you.
tell me what to do. I'm bad at making decisions.
Just don't threaten yet.
I'm gonna be like, hold up a minute to the bird. Just 1 second. We'll be right with you.
Well, while she's doing that, my speech of beast and leaf is just a thing I can do. So I'll kind of go up and stand closest to the bird so that everybody else is a little bit behind me, and I'll just kind of go up and be like, "So, how's it going?"
What?
We're just passing through, and we were going to ask if we could perhaps have your permission to go about.
Are you talking to me right now?
I am, yeah.
Have I died? Is this death?
I don't believe so. I don't remember dying in any case.
Listen, I've eaten a lot of things. They never talk back before I do it.
Well, maybe that is a good sign that we are not to be eaten.
No, I don't think that's it. But I'm a little weirded out by it.
Well, it would be a shame to have to kill you if that were the case, because we are in no position to be eaten today. We do have some things we need to be doing, not to inconvenience you, of course, but it seems we may be at an impasse, but if there was anything perhaps we could do in exchange for a passage through, we'd be more than happy to abide.
Well, why are you coming here?
Oh, what was her name again? Marjorie
Marjorie Malhill.
Malhelm. I'm gonna write that down.
I don't
We
know who
have-
that is.
Oh, well, that is who we have business with.
Is she dead?
Not to our knowledge.
The only people
But-
here are dead.
Soon.
This is a place for death. The sick come here to die. And then we eat them. That's how it
Well-
works.
We're not sick, so maybe there will not be any dying taking place on our behalf.
Brief question.
How far in is E to her,
I can say at this point that E could finish.
please? I need
Okay, now what are y'all talking about? Fill me in.
Wait,
What's up? Hi.
that one can talk too?
Yo. So, y'all worked out. You're not gonna eat us, right?
I don't know, are you sick?
Depends on your definition.
It lets out a strange caw. And about 10 regular-sized vultures swarm around you.
I have, well, we have some food on us if you would rather that.
No,
It's been offered.
check them. Just check them, guys. And all of these birds, and some of them are E's size because vultures are very large birds, and they're kind of sniffing around all of you. Koriko and Maven, you don't know what's happening, but there are just birds.
What did you do?
It's like they're
okay.
poking you and they're prodding you and they're like tasting at you, but they're not biting. They're just all over all of you.
Just as a note, Maven probably feels really cold, like cold as death to them. Just
What
saying.
Maybe one of the birds gets their tongue stuck on her.
Oh.
Okay. Mm,
So
yeah.
it seems that you two are healthy. The other two don't seem healthy. One is cold, like near death, and the other one reeks of poison.
Oh, they're just like that.
Roll me a persuasion.
I don't know if I should be offended by that or not. That's just so funny. Oh, that's just who they are.
That's just who they are. Venomous and cold.
That's how God made them.
For the record, I
Full
smell
of poison.
face mask. Thank you.
Give me a
Are
persuasion.
we getting a?
Bree, you're muted.
Oh shit, that'll make things harder. Hey, friend, can you give me a persuasion check for Fern?
I can sure try.
You can sure try.
With
See,
a
I-
persuasion of +1. Oh, could be worse.
So what do you want here?
Well, we're just passing through here, right?
Through these ruins.
Yes.
I want to go into the basement.
We want to go into the basement as well.
So you're passing through the basement. You know no one has been in or out of that basement. Since I've been alive. And I was born here. I was hatched here.
There's a first time for everything.
Because you're not leaving yet, fine. We might eat you on the way out, though, if your friends come out any sicklier than they are.
That sounds like a reasonable exchange.
You probably shouldn't try it, though. It could hurt a lot.
I'm not concerned with the sick.
No, I'm talking about you attempting to eat our friends. That could hurt you a lot.
Well, from the screams I hear below, perhaps it won't matter.
Can someone get this bird unstuck from me, please?
So the vultures all back off.
All right. I feel like we should sneak around the side, perhaps. Take out that one skeleton, and then sneak down into the basement. Or maybe whatever happens to be in that area.
Well, there's a ghost, and then there's a skeleton on the other side of the wall. Neither noticed, so maybe we can just duck in and hope nothing happens.
I do have disadvantages on my stealth checks. Because I am wearing heavy armor. Just let that be known.
We can try really, really hard.
We'll keep you in the middle of us, and we'll kind of try to help you out.
Works for
From
me.
my experience, I don't think that's how sneaking around works, but yeah, let's try it.
I'm open to new ideas. Let's go.
This way I can at least put my hand here and make sure that your ass doesn't clink.
Yeah, that does happen.
Everyone roll me a stealth check.
Alright,
that ass.
do it. Let's do it. No whammies, no whammies. And I have...
There are no whammies so far. Ah! Holy shit!
Raven disappears.
Yes! A natural 20. And 18, 18, and 22. These are the stealth brigade.
Fern has disadvantage. It's a 9.
13 is... Oh, it's a 9. That's still fine. Because listen, everyone else did diddly damn good.
Group check, group check. We're grading on a curve.
We're grading on a curve, so, Fern gets to go to the next year of schooling. It's fine. You may begin your trek. Which way do you go?
I would like to lead them to the stairwell that I found. And then just whisper, this is the way down unless anyone wanted to poke around up here first. I didn't really want to, though.
We should get done what we came here to do, and then we can focus on the extracurriculars.
And as you make it to the stairwell, a ghost just stands here. And it doesn't look like she's looking at you, but when you descend down the stairway, everyone hears the same scream come from her ghostly form.
Does it match the scream I heard earlier?
It does. A scream of absolute terror. And you make your way down to the lower levels of the library. Let me pull that map up.
There is stories of hearing a woman scream and worrying about family members dying.
I'm scared of a lot of things dying right now. So yeah, sounds right.
And you can,
I heard that before we got here. Just putting that out there. I would not want to figure out what that means right now, though. Let's just get this done.
and when you descend down the stairwell, you are in a library. It is covered in a thick layer of dust. A strange tool sleeps dead for what seems hundreds of years. A man sitting on a chair with a molded book in hand. Bones almost dust. There are 2 bed frames that seem ancient. The edge of bookshelves.
I would like to. Is this an astrolabe?
An very extremely ancient one.
My character won't know what it is, but she's gonna start poking it. See if it.
Maybe don't. Okay, it's too late.
Huh? What?
And as you poke around with it, you hear old metal give as the base that it sits on falls. It doesn't roll anywhere, it just drops, and all of the spindling metal falls slightly askew.
I broke it.
You're supposed to be not making noise.
Who did we alert?
Nothing comes.
I would like to say with just based off my natural 20, Maven has just like left the scene and just disappeared off into the shelves, and she's just looking at any of all the books.
Most of the books are in a language you do not recognize.
What's this little guy, my character, token and spy?
That is a skeleton on a chair,
Wow.
holding a book.
Wait, grab my player handbook real quick.
Are there any books that are in a language I get?
Roll me an investigation.
Like, can I make the same check?
You may make the same check. You find one, Maven, and as you pick it up, the book turns to dust within your hands from sheer age. Koriko, as you run your fingers along books that all seem strange, the patterns begin to seem familiar in your mind, and it reminds you of the language in a book you own. And as you continue to peer through, one of the strange books begins to form in lettering from this ancient language to common. And it says, "The Journal of Marjorie Malhell."
I am going to be reading it as fast as possible. I'm flipping through pages as fast as I can take in information to see what it says.
Okay. So you take out this book, and it's very ornate. It is made of a strange leather that seems to seem much more fresh than many of these older books on this floor. It is like a burgundy brown, and the pages are fine, of a parchment that you've never seen before. And as you crack it open, your eyes have to kind of adjust as the language begins to spin and swirl into common. And it is a full journal. There's no dates, but it talks through the mind of a little girl, a very intelligent little girl. Some of them read, "The times are troubling," says Father. "The Cretans north have become too much of a problem. Mother is working with the mages of power to take care of them once and for all. I cannot wait until the day I am strong like her. The Suloi's Imperium will live on forever. I have met with a priestess today. It seems that I am finally of age to help continue the line of pure-blooded Sul. It is an honor. Kendine Naheli and I share no direct blood, so our offspring will begin a new generation of power. I still must focus hard on my studies. My servant raised me, so I believe she will do a fine job of raising my progeny." It seems that some of the pages have been lost to time as you skip forward, desperate to find information. I have stopped my blood, and now I am carrying a child. Mother has spoken words to me of pride. I am grateful for her power. She will be eradicating an enemy that my child will never need to know. Down with the Baklunish Cretans. Time passes. I received a gift today from House Naheli today. 2 servants and a book of magical study. I am grateful. I believe the houses are preparing for a grand celebration, as tonight is the night that the 12 Sul mages of power will act. It has been done. From my bed I can feel the plains being torn asunder, destroying our enemies. Times will be good. I will birth a powerful child that will lead a new generation. And as you continue to scroll down, flip through the pages, it's empty, it's empty, it's empty, it's empty. Time seems to have lost them, or she stopped writing. And then at the very last page you find flames, fire, death. I cannot begin to describe the damage done to our home by the Cretans. Slariton did something amazing. He had a plan. We ran for what felt like an eternity. We arrived at a land called Kaoland as refugees. It did not last long before the infighting began. All families went their separate ways. We went into a dark wood named the Dreadwood. It is mostly quiet, but full of a deep magic of nature. Slariton visited for a while, but he eventually stopped checking in. His last visit was the first year of my child's birth. He left our family a gift, a manifesto of sorts. I will retire this while I learn the great secrets of Slariton hacks. And that is Marjorie Mulhouse's journal.
This whole time reading this, I'm pacing up and down this small corridor between the bookshelves until I finish and basically run out from the bookshelves and share this with my other party members, reading aloud what I have just heard or what I have just read.
Excellent.
Do I recognize any of the names mentioned?
Everyone in the party could roll me a history check.
I thought I had higher history. It's fine.
This is the third 18 I've rolled in a row.
I don't know what that
Take
means,
it.
but
Take it.
it's fine.
I'm taking it.
So Fran and Korko. Some of this information seems strange to you. Not all of the names make sense. Not all of the things make sense. But the name Slariton Hax is a very old name. He was alive hundreds of years ago when the twin cataclysms struck and two races, the Sul and the Baglunish, created apocalypses to destroy each other. But it was hundreds of years ago.
And these were humans?
They were Sulois humans. Small, pale, blonde, blue-eyed.
So, Marjorie is somehow survived hundreds of years. And she is supposedly human.
I don't believe that.
And Maven, you said you were looking for a few books as well? You're muted.
I was, yes.
So as you peer through these books, many of them are ancient, and many of them are in this ancient Sulois language, so many of them don't seem to make sense to you. You do find some information, a few notes here and there. You just see the Malhel name on various books. Nothing on other races, it seems that there's no need for that. But you do find a book of herbalism and plants within the Dreadwood. It seems to just be simple listings. I'm not going to read them off, but I'll share it with everyone.
Oh. Maven will pocket it.
Hey.
Well, she'll just make a note to share it with Karoko later, but right now it's like, this is less important.
Many of the books on this floor look exactly the same to the one that Koroko carries with her. Like they are copies.
The red book or the diary?
The red book.
That's fun.
Everything is fine. Did anyone look at the book that the skeleton was holding?
I'll look at it.
As you pick it up, it's written in a strange script that once again forms to your eye. And it's someone just wrote in hashing over and over all of these pages, Sun Killer, Sun Killer, Sun Killer, Sun Killer. Every page. And as you turn them, the pages begin to tear and break off as the age of this book finds its time. But over and over, Sun Killer. The ink is dark, but not like ink.
Sun Killer, like S-O-N or S-U-N?
S-O-N.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to double check for extra creep factor.
Well, I think it's safe to say that if this woman is immortal, then it probably as a result of some sort of dark magic, I can only imagine.
There's many ways to stay alive for hundreds of years. Pacts with God. Never kind of racial agreements. You could have made an agreement with the swamp or the deity we met at the pool.
That is true.
I'm sure she has enough power to grant some kind of life endurance. So, some kind of sort.
The book said she stopped blood? She stopped, or no? No,
Said
it's
she
fine.
stopped her blood and she was pregnant.
Oh, is that just how that works? Okay. I don't know.
Not in any race that I know.
Okay.
Blood doesn't just stop unless it is some kind of turn of phrase.
I wouldn't
Which
know. It's from Book of Magical Study. Did anyone find the book she mentioned?
I have not. I can take another look.
What is up with this alcove? Because the walls look weird.
The little alcove, those are actually rotted wooden doors. All of the books that are on that little alcove are just, they seem like incomplete copies of the book that Koroko has.
I think that this section of the library is like a general area. Not this alcove, but this whole entire room.
I'm gonna walk over and look at the doors.
I'm actually going to rush over to this far side and see if there's any books that stick out that don't look just like the red book.
Roll me another investigation check.
I will do that.
17. High search rolls.
Very good eyes.
You find a few books that seem capable to read. One I will share with you because it has lore. It's called the Twin Cataclysms. And it talks of a war about 1,000 years ago, waged to the far west. It talks about two races of man, Sul and Baklunish. And it seems to go in depth of what happened to the Sul and Baklunish empires. In one of the book, there is a list of names. They're hard to understand. Malhal, the Nahemi name. It seems to list the 12 Sul mages of power. And as you search through them, you do see the name Slaritan on there. You see some notes listed of a great spell that was able to open up planes and destroy the Baklunish Empire. It all seems like collections of a time long lost.
I am going to bring whatever books I find that I can read or that I assume are in common out and kind of place them on one of the broken beds and just all these books are readable or I can translate if you need them. This one talks about the Twin Cataclysms. It is mentioned in the diary between the Sul and Baklunish. If you need to read it, it's here. I have already been through.
You read that whole thing?
I mean, I know of it. I read the synopsis. I knew most of what is in it already. But there may be something interesting. I will probably take it with me.
And this Marjorie's lived through this?
We also don't know if it is the same Marjorie,
Well,
or our dragon would know.
Well, the dragon seems really old. This seems really old.
Marjorie seems really old, given the diary entries.
She also talked about having children. Could her kin take her name?
That is a fair point.
Oh boy.
There is a chance that the child just continues on the name.
Kendra Naheli. That's who she had children with. It says in her journal.
Yes.
Naheli. I don't see anything.
You do see the name Nahel.
This is all I could find. Other than that, we should...
When looking through the names of the 12 Steel Mages of Powers, you do see someone named Saren, House of Naheli. You also see a woman's name, Ziomara, of House Malhel.
What was the name of the lady in Red Witch? Oh my gosh.
It goes like Marina or something. Mariana.
Is that her real name? I don't remember.
She was...
Either.
I did not remember.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Not worry, Maiden.
By the way, Maven, might as well say it now. Is as good a time as any. I've been really impressed lately. You initially came on this journey, and you seem to have wariness in every single step. And while you still have wariness in every single step you take, I've noticed that you've gotten a little bit bolder. Like just now with the running around and the scouting and the whatnots coming back, that could have gone very wrong. And I think you know you could have gone really, really wrong. And I just wanted to say, hey, I noticed you growing. Good
I
job.
feel like this is something you say to someone right before they die, and I don't like how this feels.
That's why I gave it the preface. That's why I said as good a time as any.
I was
Okay.
going to commend you on your job with the dragon. It is better not to lie to dragons. They will not trust you.
Again, this really feels like I'm about to die.
I come over and I just take my big hand and I just pat her on the head.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go look at these doors now. Thank you.
All right, have fun.
Appreciate it. I have concerns.
There is another path over here, the one that you found.
Okay. Well, I'll check out all the doors to see if I can see anything. Thanks for the compliments. You're all great too.
Thanks.
Alright, so paint me a picture, Maven. What are you doing?
Maven, so these two doors over here and over here, those are rotten wood, yeah?
Yes, they still reach from floor to ceiling, but you feel like if you press your hands on them, they will fall.
Is there any way I can just try one, check for traps, or listen, see if I can hear anything behind either of the doors?
Of course, give me an investigation.
Gosh darn it. Is inspiration, is that for the DM, or the inspiration that's the little squirrely dragon in the corner? What is that? Is that a D10?
You can just re-roll and we'll take the higher.
Okay, I'm re-rolling that because this feels important. And I've been sitting on that inspiration for like a month.
Talking to the dragon wasn't important.
I did pretty well with that. I did pretty well when I was rolling with the dragon.
So we don't roll a nat 1 now.
Better.
Better. So you don't see any traps on these doors. They seem very old. But as you press your ear against just before touching them, you don't hear any movement. You don't hear any footsteps.
And then I didn't find any traps, or it just are they?
You can clearly tell that there are no traps from your search.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go pop over past Koroko and check the door over here.
Okay. Would you like to give a new investigation roll for that door?
Yeah, sure.
Once again, you don't see any traps, but you can't hear anything.
Okay. Well, I think there's 3 doors. All of them sound the same because I don't hear anything. So, what would you like to do?
Keep moving.
Where? There's a lot of places we can go.
I'm fine with the door that's directly in front of us presently.
The southern door?
Mind as well.
How do the books around here in this area look?
They don't seem to have age. They seem to be more like scrolls. All in a strange language you don't understand. Not quite arcane, but of arcane teachings.
Okay. We'll go down this way with the rest of the party.
I will wait for Fern to kind of get closer to us and join us. And I keep saying I boot the door down, but I forgot to mention here for all of you that Eunice does not wear boots. She doesn't wear any footwear whatsoever. She is barefooted.
So she barefoots her
Yes.
door down.
So you don't have to put any pressure as you barefoot this door down. It seems that this door did not need any pressing. But as you pop this door down and it crumbles beneath you, you make eye contact with something. Stands around 6'3", body all colors of flesh. Some of it's even the outside, like the inside out version of form of the flesh. You can see like all of the cells, the blood, the pus kind of forming around its stitching as it stares directly at you. And that is where we are going to take our break.
Ah!
Okay, I don't know what that is, but it sounds really scary.
It's fine.
Is that the thing we have to capture? I don't know. Ah!
It's a Pokemon.
Gotta
Nope.
catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. I hope it's the right thing, because if you mess up,
Gotta turn around and leave.
I know, we could mess up and anger a dragon forever.
that's true, you could.
Bye.
A vampire.
All right, well, we will see everyone in a little bit, but we're going to go refresh our things. We'll see what kind of weird flesh creature we're about to deal with. Bye! And we are back. We are back, and we are in front of a beautiful creature made of flesh. And it stares at you. It does not move. It has no mouth to speak.
Marjorie's
Whereas
dad?
Nose and mouth are, it's just pulled flesh. Its eyes stare at you out of a socket like one was not created for it. And then it darts around in all different directions as the eyes try to focus directly on you. And I would like all of you to roll me initiative.
I Bree, whatever this thing is, I really don't like it.
What?
Just-
Oh, I'm not loving it either.
You're
Oh
cute.
boy.
Hurry.
I'm gonna call you Fleshy.
That's a good nickname for it. And as this disgusting, corroding pile of body stares at you, Maven, you are the first who can react.
I don't want to shoot it in case it's the thing we're looking for, but also, can I... Okay. I don't know how to say what I want to do, because I want to figure out what type of creature it is, if I would know if it has the soul, if it's like an undead or a construct, basically.
I'd say just by looking at this creature, it looks like it's made of far too many parts to be one thing.
So, soul?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna shoot 2 arrows at it. Just take one look at it and go, no! An 11.
Both of those will hit.
13 and 11? Awesome. Okay. Boop. That's an 11, and then that one is a 7 plus an extra d8.
Okay.
So a 9. So 20 damage.
Beautiful. Is there anything else you would like to do?
It's about 50 feet away.
About.
I would like to run and just get into this alcove over here. Like over there.
Okay. That would make it Eunice's turn.
All right, we're fighting. I'd like to rage.
You can
Go
rage.
screaming with my foaming mouth down the hallway. I will only get to here. And if this creature enters my melee range, I would then like to reserve an attack.
Okay. Until?
Until
is
it
in
gets into my
melee
melee range, yeah.
Okay. That would make it then Koroko's turn.
This thing has been. I'm gonna use poison spray, I think. I'm going to move up first. Give me a sec. I'm working on a very, very tiny window for my player thing so I can see everything. But, yes, I'm going to move. How far can I move? Where is this thing? Oh, that's plenty. Right about there. And I am going to use the Poison Spray cantrip, which is a DC 13 Constitution.
Okay. And you have something that you can't be immune to poison, correct? Is what your feat says?
The immunity just becomes resistance.
Well,
Saves and fizzles, unfortunately.
is there anything
And-
else you would like to do?
I think that is all I'm going to do for now.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like he was removed from my list of turn orders, but he did roll an 11. So he is going to act now. He is going to march his way over to Eunice, and you can act first because you held your action.
Going to attempt to claw him in the shin.
Do it.
That's 13.
13 will hit him.
Yay! 13 slashing, and that is now magical.
So when you do hit him, you hit him well. Shit, sorry, my brain completely fizzled. Yep, you hit him. You took 13 damage, sorry. My brain stopped working. Is there anything else you would like to do? You can just hold your action, right? That's all you can
Yep.
do? Okay.
Yep.
So then in response, he slams against you. Does a 15 hit?
Barely. I hop right out of the way. Or I doesn't hit.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit unless. Nope, it still hits.
Okay.
No matter what.
And he deals 11 damage to you.
All right.
And that is all he will do with his turn. It is now your turn, Fern.
All right. I will just move ever so cautiously into the room. I'd imagine that Fern would be very scared of whatever this is because it sounds very scary, even to me. And I think I will just cast Guiding Bolt at first level.
Ooh.
20 plus 6, so that's a 15 to hit.
A 15 does hit.
And that's 21 damage.
Oof. And you
The
hit him.
the next attack roll made against this target, this target has advantage.
It has advantage.
So yeah, until the end of my next turn. So whoever hits him next has advantage.
That would be Miss Maven.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at him.
You have advantage for your first hit.
Woo! That's so helpful.
It hits either way.
It's 14 piercing though.
And that is good.
And then for my movement, how far would it be to get through here? Get over there.
Like 5, 10, 20?
Okay, can I knock down that door
You do.
with my movement? Cool. I'm over here now.
You're just full circle. Eunice, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna get him with the left.
You get him.
15 slash.
Good.
And I'm gonna get him with the right.
Excellent.
8 slash. That one's not magical though. That's my left hand.
Okay.
And I will continue to snarl and bite at the air and foam at the mouth.
Beautiful. Just what we like. And is now your turn, Korika.
I'm going to unmute myself. I
first,
am
yeah.
going to cast Agony on it, which is 2d6 psychic damage if it fails a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Okay.
It passes, and I believe that also fails this goddamn Constitution check.
He's really constitutional.
I'm gonna run up and bite this thing
Gross.
because I'm mad.
Okay.
This one. Does a 16 hit?
It does hit.
8
It
piercing
hits.
damage.
Perfect. I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Lovely. Navigating this tiny window.
Just giving you all these things to roll so you can struggle to like.
22.
Excellent. So you will take half of this damage.
Oh, so that's.
As you bite down, a mixture of pus and rot fills your mouth. You have to like pull it away as its infection almost puddles from your, and it's not that bad. You keep telling yourself over and over again as your entire body just wants to convulse.
Yum.
The psychic damage is quite a bit. Is there anything else you would like to do? Just take a little
That
lick.
is it on my end.
Okay. Burn.
All right, I think I'm just gonna run up here and get in it too, and just try to get him with my mace. And I believe that hits.
It does.
That. Oh no!
That one does not hit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that a second time. That's. Sorry. Where am I? 1d6 plus 3. That's 4 damage.
Woo! It hits. It damages.
Better than nothing.
That is true. I did skip the enemy's turn though because he's not on the list, so I keep forgetting.
It's cool. You can just keep going.
He's going to slam his body once again against Eunice. 22
Yeah, it hits.
for 12 damage.
All right.
18.
Yeah, I'll take it.
10 damage.
Okay.
And he's going to roll. Okay. Back to the top of the turn order. You're muted, my dear.
Can appear around the corner and fire one arrow.
Okay.
There it is. 21.
21 hits.
14 damage.
It hits.
And then I'm kicking down this door.
Alright, and as you kick down that door,
And just looking inside.
it is a study.
Okay.
We will go in more detail in a moment. Is there anything else
Yeah.
you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna hover there and just kind of keep an eye on things and just make sure nothing goes south.
Okay. Eunice, it is your turn.
So, it's slamming like that, or it's slamming like that. How's it slamming?
It's just fist slamming at you.
Okay. This last time it slammed me, I'm gonna try to latch onto its arms and just tear its arm apart in my blind mad rage.
Okay. That hits.
Oh wow. All right.
Okay. And as you tear him apart, that hits too. Keep doing it. Just keep doing all of your hits.
Okay. There you go. That's all of them.
And as you slash him to bits, the pus and flesh and stitches begin to break open as the infection from this creature just falls over you. And I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why's it gotta be wisdom though?
You'll see. If you fail,
I would like to use my inspiration on that.
you can reroll.
Okay. Hey!
And you pass, so you only take half damage, and you just feel the pus kind of pour off of you, but you're able to discern that it's just the bodily fluids of this creature, nothing more.
This is psychic damage, right?
Yep, 6 seconds.
Okay, cool.
Just in case you both know, if either of you failed, you would have been convinced that worms were crawling all over you, and you would have been left frightened and incapacitated.
Oh, I would have had advantage if it's a frightened
That's
condition.
true, you would!
Yeah.
But
But just for that, yeah.
the room falls silent, and the corpse is nothing more than a flesh pile.
Ugh. Yeah. Fern is just gonna get nice and far away from that.
Gross.
Maven's like gone already. Maven's in the study.
And you are in the study, and because you were there first, I'll give a quick description of it while the party decides what they're doing. You enter into an old, dusty room. And it seems like this was not only a study, but also a bedroom of sorts. A small, molded, pillow-esque bed made of straw for a tiny person with an ancient doll laying upon it. There are books open on the shelves, on the tables. They look like they were partially started to continue writing copies of the book that Koroko owns. But on one of the desks, there is something else. A viciously written note. And it says, "May that lecherous cretin rot until time stands still. May he suffer 1,000 times over. May he feel every shred of pain. May the peace of death never truly find him. My son, he took my son for his damned experiments. For all who find his corpse, piss twice for good measure. Rest in the hells, son killer."
Okay.
And while that is happening, what is everyone else doing in the hall?
I can't believe you put that in your mouth.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be that. And it wasn't exactly, I guess it was in my mouth, but it was for reasons. Listen.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, sister.
I'm just a bit on the ground.
Are you okay?
I am fine. Disgusted. Fine.
I'll come into the study with Maven and kind of look around, maybe see if there are any drawers to pilfer through.
All of the drawers seem to be full of...
You're muted.
Oh, that
Killers.
would make things difficult. As you open up the drawers, they seem to hold small glass bottles for babies. Swaddling blankets with holes and time taken from them. It seems like you've unlocked an ancient crypt of a study turned child's room from nearly 1,000 years ago.
This is morbid.
Well, I think I learned a little bit more about the father. He sucks.
According to the writer.
Yeah. I hand over the note that I found.
That's good for us, right? I think it's good for us.
Makes me feel a little better. None of the notes I don't remember reading anything about experiments. Does anyone else remember seeing that in any of the notes that we just got? Because that was a lot.
Well, what was that thing that we just fought?
Well, I hope
Looks like
it
an
wasn't.
experiment to me.
I hope it wasn't Miss Smallhouse child, because that would be awful.
I may not be the brightest hue of the rainbow, but if somebody was getting with another family to make like a pure kind of creature, and then that ended up being the sun, then that probably is like the son that what's her face spawned, and there was something special about him, something about blood and the lack of blood, running blood, or something like that.
Was she making so many copies?
Crazy.
Is there a reason why many people would need copies?
The only one I can think of is if they were going to send the story out to different parts of the world to ensure that it was known. But again, could have just been crazy.
There's another door. Right? That's a door.
I'll go over to it. Oh, I see Maven's already there. I'll go up to it with Maven.
Is it the same sort of rotted wood?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and listen up against it?
You can, and you do not hear anything. I will just say that now.
Okay. Honestly, not even gonna wait for party permission. I'm just gonna push it open.
And it leads to another stairwell. Deeper within the library.
Do these books look the same?
They once again look like old scrolls. Ah, there's a cat on my. We're fine. Oh, cats.
They look like scrolls, and there's a cat suddenly.
Yes, that's usually how it works. But no, they just look like old scrolls similar to the ones that were in the other room. Old, of some sort of arcane knowledge in a language you don't seem to understand.
Anyone hurting? Does anyone need anything?
I am fine myself.
We
I did
okay?
think that there might be another passageway back where we came.
We can check before we go. I'm not in any rush.
It
Is
was
this
this way.
one?
Back. Yes.
There was not a doorway there, it's just the way that it was folded. What is my cat doing?
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Alright.
If there is nothing else here to find, I say we proceed
Okay.
with caution.
And with caution, you proceed.
Maven would like to go first.
You may go first. As you descend deeper.
Oh no. Oh no.
And let me paint a picture for you, my dear Maven. As you descend, you are looking into an oval room. Perhaps the original builders of this library had the intention of this to be a sacred place of prayer, but it no longer seems to be that. There are alchemy tables, some round pods in the corner to your left that you can't quite make out, but there's a green fluid moving from within. And to your far right, you see bones of a large lizard creature. What would you like to do?
Is it dark in here or is there light?
There is light coming from the tubes. They seem to illuminate the area.
I think I know what Lord Malhel did to hurt the dragon. And I point over at the, or nod over at the skeleton and then make my way over to the alchemy tubes.
So you head to the alchemy table at the end of the room?
Yes.
So as you look through this, it doesn't seem quite as old as everything else. Like it has been touched, perhaps used recently. It has notes and it has scribbles, and there are just documents upon documents that date back nearly 1,000 years. And the first one says, "My grandson's blood is perfect. I will use it with the magics from this land, and the Imperium shall last forever." And then it delves deeper into madness, talking about how he's been taking children, sons, from different species, about how Marjorie will not return home, about how Marjorie did return home, to kill him, but how not even death could stop him from his true mission to creating the most powerful Sul. Fran, what are you doing with Fern?
I'm looking at whatever these things over in the bottom half of the room are.
So it seems that whatever was put in here originally was put in here long ago, hundreds of years at least. Floating in these tubes are humanoid creatures. You can see pale human skin, closed eyes, patchy blonde hair growing through. But you can also see the mold forming on their bodies. From their toes that are webbed and protruding, mold seems to be overtaking them from whatever fluid is in here. You can see their chests moving, like they're still alive, but only by artificial means. Chunks of flesh have begun to flake off and pool at the top of this tube, creating a foamy substance. Some of them have plants growing off of them, scales. Some of their jaws have just been removed. In the middle tube, there are actually 3 bodies all kind of put together in this one small tube.
I don't know what this place is, but I definitely am not comfortable here. Who was this Marjorie woman again? Do we know?
She's the one. She has something to do with the Scarlet Brotherhood. Hold on. Let me find it. Mysterious note.
I believe she was the one that sent out the letters on killing us, correct?
Yes. She is the one who is leading the Brotherhood, from what we can tell, according to mysterious note in our documents.
Mm-hmm. Eunice, what are you doing?
I gravitated towards the fallen draconic creature as soon as we entered the room. It was very much like Moth to the Flame, because it's very cool.
These are old bones that you see.
What I would like to do first is to reach out and kind of touch its snout where I had touched the Great Green. And if it holds up, then I'm going to unceremoniously pluck the skull from the rest of the corpse and put it on my own head.
Roll me a strength. And then roll me a wisdom if you succeed.
Is this just a straight up strength check?
You can give me an athletics if you would like.
Okay, I would like very much. 18. Yeah.
So you pluck it. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh wow, 16. Alright.
So as you place this skull upon your head, you are racked with visions. And you fall upon your ass very unceremoniously as you are taken to the Dreadwood. But it's not the Dreadwood like you remember. The trees do not stand as tall, and there are not quite as many of them. You are standing next to the ancient dragon, but she is not as large as you remember. And you look at her with love. She's your mother, your caretaker. the one to keep you safe. And slowly humanoid species have come in and out of your home. But recently a new family has arrived. A man and a woman. A young girl who is clutching a baby. Like you, but human. Mother helps them and gives them the library. You like the little girl, and you go to see the little girl. But she's not there. Her baby's not there. The man is, though. And that is the last thing that you see before you are back sitting flat on your ass in this decrepit library.
My gods.
You okay?
I have had a vision. It is a vision of the past. Now gather round and let me regale you.
Can you regale while we look at things? We're
Yes.
on a time crunch.
So this, I think, is the ancient green's offspring, and a part of its life still remained, and it communicated with me. I don't know how, but it did, and it showed me back then there was a man and a woman and a baby, and the dragonling liked the girl, but she wasn't there, but the man was, and then nothing.
So you saw the Mile House.
I can't say for certain, but that's where I'd put my money, yeah.
So the one holding the baby. Probably Marjorie and her dad. Alright.
Yes, Korko? You've pinged yourself.
Sorry, I do that because I have a touchpad. But
I was like, you're like, attention, I'm here.
I do want to take a look at any fluids and or potions and or terrible things that are on this table.
At the table, there does not seem to be many things remaining that aren't too old to quite use. A lot of the liquids are solid, hardened blackness, like blood over time has just been sitting there for years and years and years and years. But that seems to be all that it is. Little vials of ancient blood hardened.
I'm gross, and I'm gonna pocket. This is who I am
I
as a
am
liquid.
gross.
I steal congealed black blood, and that's just how it's gonna be.
The first step is admitting you have a problem.
Well, it is a problem. Yes, I am gross, and this is what I do. It's supposed to be possibly perfect blood, so who knows?
Well, it seems that, Fran, you've walked off into a small room.
Yeah, I wanted to check out what this little orby-looking thing was, if anything, or
It is
just
a large lidded cauldron.
Ooh. Is there anything else in this room that would be of any interest?
The tables don't seem to have anything on them, just the cauldron.
Cool. I bet that was used for some dark magic. I'm just gonna come over here and look at the books.
Can I poke around the tables or whatever that's in this room past the dragon corpse?
Of course. You will have to roll me just roll me a straight intellect.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not the nat one.
So a lot of them are notes, study materials, successes, failures, combinations that worked, combinations that didn't. Some more deep ramblings of this Lord Malhal talking about how Marjorie is gone, Naziomara is gone. Everyone is gone but me. I seem to be the only one in the house who knows where the true power lies.
Any indication of where he might be?
From the way
writer?
these notes look, he's probably somewhere in this building.
Notes about successes and failures. Any interesting combinations?
It seems that he had the most fun trying to mix things with the dragon as well as the infant. It seems that there were various outcomes. Some babies born with scales, some growing almost shell on them while they were in this artificial womb, trying to find a mix between the dragon and the baby. Nothing about viability. None of them came out right. Every time he mixed one with another, they would not come out pure enough. But he thought if he used the strength of the dragon and the pure blood power of the Sul, something great would come. Detailed moments of how some would explode after reaching a certain stage. And cleaning the empty matter out and filling it within the cauldron. All of his failed goo.
Okay. Maven gets noticeably, uncomfortable at the mention of just experimenting on children, and then just walks back to see no one left. Everyone left.
Yeah, they're all separate. It's very split the party right now.
By the way, if Koriko allows, I'm going to climb up on her back and just chill there.
You are very welcome to.
You're a good mouse.
You are funny. We are searching this way, okay?
Okay.
And I'll move up into this area.
Just, hey, I thought, oh no. Everyone's gone.
But you are standing in a...
Or you're muted.
Oh, shit. While they separate and leave you, you were standing alone in a room with a cauldron in it.
Does this match the cauldron I read about?
It's a cauldron.
Has a lid on it?
There's a lid on it.
Can I take the lid off?
You can. And as you do, I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Figured.
There's gross things inside. Earthy.
Probably. I always think
That's a good roll. 21.
it's better than the natural one.
That's true. They're always better than natural ones. As you open this up, your eyes kind of roll back. And you're just a baby. Tiny, teetering baby. Nothing quite makes sense to you, but you see beautiful bright red books. You see your mother running her hands along your head and face and smiling. Your grandmother, tall and strong, creating food from thin air. And your grandfather staring at you with disgust. One day you woke up from a nap. Your mom and your grandmother are gone. And as you teeter through the books, knocking them off the shelves, your grandfather approaches you with a strange face before everything goes dark.
Can I peer inside the cauldron.
Mm-hmm. It is full of a strange sludge. Old bones stick out. They look like they have been sitting here floating in this mysterious viscous substance.
You poor child. Nathan puts the lid back. I'm sorry. And she's going to scurry off and try and find her party. Just go back into the center and then just process elimination next hallway.
And what is the rest of the party doing?
I'm like looking around at this big statue looking thing.
I'm sure me and E walked in on Fern with her
Touching
back,
things.
looking at books, quizzically, very intrigued.
The statue seems to be of some deity, but a deity of millennia. It's very rudimentary, almost of a time before time, older than the books, older than the experiments. The statue came when this building was originally built.
If I was to flip through the book that I have, is there any pictures of this statue? Or of the deity that resembles the statue? A deity?
There is not, but as you peer through your book once again, can you roll me an intellect? Yeah. Just roll me a straight intellect.
Wow. 20. Straight 20.
As you peer through the pages of this book, it begins to dawn on you that perhaps this is not a history book of sorts, but perhaps some sort of manifesto left behind with the Malhel family. And that is why so many copies were made. You are holding a copy of Slariton's manifesto.
Eunice, this is possibly some kind of... This is likely the manifesto they've talked about in her diary. Some kind of religious book. Or cult, I guess.
Maybe we can give it a good read when we get out of here.
It is in a language I'm not 100% equipped to decipher. We need to find someone who speaks and can translate this.
Is that the skin book? The book that looks like it's made out of human skin, or is it a different book?
Yes,
It's the skin
it's
book.
the skin book.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Skin.
Love it.
So we now can understand and know that this family has something to do with everything that's going on, right?
Yes.
It is exactly true.
Do you think this Slariton guy could be the one that we're after? The horned one?
It is possible.
I don't know how they're connected to the Scarlet Brotherhood yet, but
I mean, if they were looking to bring Armageddon, summoning demons shouldn't be that too far out of their wheelhouse.
Marjorie wanted to ally with the dragon for some reason.
probably to protect her from her dumb father.
I bring back out the mysterious note and I read it over. The war, the second war. Is she trying to recreate the first war?
I do not believe we can find an answer to that here and now.
Well, if we've learned anything, it's that we are probably doing the world a favor by killing and getting rid of this.
Or trapping in a gem.
I mean, we're just perusing the library. It's no big deal. Guys, we don't know if he's watching us. We should move on, I guess, real quick.
We should move on.
Where are we going?
South, I believe.
Yeah, I'd say we should head down this way.
Ooh, I just moved the whole map.
Woo!
Going on a little ride, guys.
Slide.
Slide to the left.
Slide left.
Let me go first.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk down this hallway.
You see a door to your right. A small door.
Does it look like it has been used recently?
Yes.
Does it look more intact than the other ones?
It does.
Maven actually preemptively knocks something under her bow, and then listens.
You don't hear anything. No breathing. But then you do hear something. Scribbling. Like a note is being written in the other room.
I just hold up a hand to sort of gesture like there's someone in there.
I'll hop off.
Are we ready?
Get right there. Yes, let's do this.
Maven reaches back and tries the doorknob.
And as you try the doorknob, another hand is twisting it from the other end. And you hear a voice that is hollow, and it goes, "If you are trying to be sneaky, you need to be a little bit quieter." And he pushes the door kind of hard. Not like he's trying to, like, harm you, but not realizing that you're so close to the door. And swings that at you. And you see a man. Kind of. You see a corpse standing and staring back at you. And he kind of just waves a hand and says, "Come in." And he walks over to this table and sits on it.
We really shouldn't have touched that astrolabe.
Shut up before he tries to make us feel morally wrong about it.
Yo, are you Lord Molehill? Molehill?
Oh, well, hell.
I suppose at one point that was my name.
Ah.
I'm just known as the Sun Killer now. Pleasure to meet you. I see you've come for answers. I'm assuming. I could give you some if you'd like.
I mean, I'm sure there's questions, but Yes, that is the main reason we are here.
Well,
We are here for questions and answers.
I've never seen anything that looks like any of you. I mean, you kind of look like a human, but you're very small, so...
I'm
What-
halfling.
halfling.
Aye.
Quaint. So what brings you here? To the Malhel Library. Creatures.
But look at everybody else.
He looks exactly like the grandfather from what I saw, yeah?
No. This looks like a different body. Actually has a noose around his neck, like someone who had almost hung, but not quite. In the room there are two bodies, shallow breathing, nearly dead, but not.
Can I go look at them?
And as you approach the bodies, he goes, "Yeah, I got those before the vultures could. Hanging on to them in case I need switch bodies."
You aren't the original Lord Malhel.
The flesh, no, could not stand 1,000 years. But the soul, yes. How do you know that I'm not the same one?
I saw what you did to your grandchild.
Yes. I did do that. I thought it would be for the greater good. I was wrong.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Have you come all the way here to chastise me, little blue girl? Or is there something you would like to know?
If anyone else looks at Maven, she is gripping this bow and like she has it fully drawn back and she's literally just waiting for someone to tell her not to shoot.
I will put a hand on Maven's shoulder for a moment.
What is Marjorie's objective?
My sweet Marjorie. She's a powerful girl. She wants what all Soul want. A pure world. Run by the superior species, the superior race, the Sulois Imperium.
It is a fallen empire.
Also, purity is stupid and overrated.
Yes, you say that, but from what I've heard from little birds, a war rages on in the Flanass. Great deities have risen from the grave to take over entire lands. Kingdoms are falling, and new ones are rising. And some newfound group, this Brotherhood of Sul, are going to succeed 1,000 years later.
You wanted to make something perfect too, didn't you?
We all had our own methods. Different houses had different ideas. This house had different ideas. My wife went one way, my daughter another. And I remain here.
You don't get to do that to children.
Well, perhaps not in your species, but in mine, I mean...
I
Mar-
should have been human.
Were you also an experiment? Is that why you were so angry with me?
Maven does not answer.
I was of no part of this. So though you take out on me what others have done to you, I don't know if killing me will help. Hasn't helped Marjorie. Hasn't helped my wife.
I hope 100 years of failure has been worth it. And we're not here to kill you. And I'm gonna take a quick look, and I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on this creature.
Yeah!
If I can find my player sheet. It is a D13 that is wrong. But
A DC 13 wisdom save.
Jesus.
Of course.
Wow.
He crosses his arms and looks at you. Are you still holding the book in your hands?
No, it's probably in my satchel.
Did Koriko make any gestures to imply that
Yeah.
a spell was happening?
Yeah, I believe Toll the Dead is semantic arts to it. I will double check.
Because if I know that fighting is now happening,
That's I was also gonna ask because Kuroko is the only thing holding Maven back right now.
Oh, it has verbal parts to it, so you definitely heard me probably chant something disgusting and necromantic.
And when you do, he crosses his arms and goes, I was hoping we would talk, I don't know, books, literature, anything. That's fine. In an ancient Sulois, he says something that none of you can understand. And if you would like, you can roll initiative. Wait, let me clear it out first. Alright, it's clear. Fran, you might have to re-roll. Yours didn't load, so you're free to re-roll and just take the new roll.
Oh yeah, and I need to select character. Maybe it won't be so bad this time.
oh,
I'll give you this. I'll give you this. I'll give you the 6. I'll give you the 6.
Thanks.
You got a 0. You really just don't want to do anything.
Maybe this won't be so bad. Rolls a nat 1 with a -1 modifier. Fine. It's fine.
Okay, Maven. Once again, you go first, even though we all rolled 15 and under.
First things first, I got all my spells back, so I'm casting Hunter's Mark on him. And then that adds a d6 to everything, and then 2 longbow shots.
Hits?
Those hit?
Both hit?
Alright, so then that's 9, 13, plus... Oh, wait. Oh, I have so many things open. Hold on. An extra d8, 7, plus 2 extra d6. So for 11, 20, 33 piercing damage.
Beautiful. You pound into him. And it is now your turn, Koriko. You've just watched Maven unleash hell upon Lord Malhau.
Now, I fully expect this to fail, but I'm going to try and use Agony again on this. I'm thinking he's some sort of creature, but hey. And that is, again, a wisdom save of 13. Oh, he fails. How beautiful. He has 1 level of exhaustion, which means all ability checks he has are disadvantaged.
He's
And-
undead. But he does take 5 damage.
He does take 5 psychic damage.
You have made a powerful enemy, children. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Think I'm good on this one.
Oh, I didn't need time. Ugh. Alright, it's Uranus's turn.
Gotta catch them all! And I'll rage, and I will leap onto his face and try to cover it. The thing where you can't see where what he's doing.
Okay, grapple. That is a, what is it, a strength versus strength? Or
You
athletics?
have the option of, you have the option of doing acrobatics or athletics, I think, for fighting a grapple.
He will roll just strength.
23! Beat
Ooh.
that!
He got a 13.
You're mine!
And you cover his face. Is there anything else you can do with your turn?
There's not. That's it for me.
Fern?
Right. I am going to. Sorry, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna run up to him, and I will cast. Let's see if that works. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Sorry.
Roll it to hit. You have
Yeah.
advantage, he can't see you.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
A 19 will hit. And as this necrotic energy comes to him, you feel the force leave your body like it should be much stronger than it is affecting him. He is resistant.
Oh yeah, it makes sense that he would be resistant to necrotic damage.
But you do.
Oh, do you want me to re-roll the damage for that too?
No, that's fine. We'll take the 21. That's pretty good.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. It is now the Revenant's turn. And as he has a small halfling on his face, he chuckles.
What are you laughing at? Tear you apart!
I bet you've seen lots of books that you can't read, little girl.
Start gnawing on his head.
It's nice to know that you'll never know what those books say. Because you didn't ask me nicely. And he slams a fist into your back.
I don't think he does.
Slams a fist into your back.
Okay, that time he did.
And he makes a final fist into your back.
I'm just gonna move away from that one. Because I don't feel like getting hit 3 times. Just maybe I'll take the 1.
Okay. And that is all he does for his turn. Back to the top of the turn order. Maven.
Maven
Oh.
is so.
I also forgot to add that while he was talking shit, you noticed some of his wounds begin to heal, almost, regenerate, as the bits of corpse begin to fold back into each other.
Maven is freaking angry. This is so weird. Sorry, as a player, Maven is furious. Maven is going to take another longbow shot. Non-lethal. Non-lethal. Though she wishes it was.
Perfect.
9 plus a d6 for Hunter's Mark. Which one is it? Is it? Oh my goodness, I can't see. There it is. Oh. Ah, it's 11.
Perfect. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Sort of. Can I scan this corner of the room, see if I notice anything interesting?
Books in an ancient language that you cannot read.
Alright. It's fair.
Korika.
I have been thinking about it, and I don't know what to do.
What are your thoughts? Run us through them. Your party can help you decide.
Undead don't take much damage from poison, nor do they take much damage from necromancy. So, I am going to use a very, very basic, oh god. You know what? I am going to cast Healing Word, actually, as a bonus action, first of all, on Eunice, and I will cast that at level 2,
Oh, thank you.
which gives her 2d4 plus 5. If I can use these dice. So you get a whole 9 HP back. And I will just use my action and take it down to a bonus action and use a bite. And I'm going to bite into this dead body because I did not learn my lesson last time.
Corco
not-
the corpse biter.
That is a terrible epithet.
That is a awful thing to be known for. Does an 11
No,
possibly
it seems that this gentleman is.
I'm going to use Hungry Jaws and add inspiration to that and roll again.
Okay.
And it did even worse.
You can never bite anything.
No, I bit a dead body and I bit a witch one time, I think.
Turns out Koroko has trouble seeing in its depth perception that she's.
It's just like because the way the snout is or where your eyes are when you just open your mouth, it just messes with like.
It's just very, very snappy jaws with no contact.
Nom 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 nom.
It's just a fear thing.
You were too close to Eunice's feet. You were afraid.
I'll take that.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is all I would like to do.
Beautiful. Eunice? No, britches. This man has taunted you.
So there's Koroko snapping away at the air, and then the camera does a cut to Eunice, who is still gnawing on the dude's head, and she'll stop long enough to attempt to insert her knives into him. I'll be like, "The pain, it fuels me!"
Both
that-
are able to make full entrance into this skull. The bones are soft.
Satisfying.
It's not great. I don't like that image. Soft bones. No.
You pull them both out. No blood follows.
It's okay.
Fern.
We know what we're supposed to do.
So how's this Revenant guy looking?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, then I'm just gonna go ahead and blast his ass, and I will cast guiding bolt, and that is I'm casting it. Oh no, I bet that doesn't hit, does it?
It does not.
Fuck. Well, never mind then.
It was a good idea.
It was a good.
Yeah.
It was a good effort.
Good effort. All right. Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. And as you hold on to the Revenant's head, Eunice, you see the wounds over its skull where you've just punctured begin to close. And more mad ramblings come from him. I wonder if you've seen my daughter's life's work. All of the copies of Slariton's manifesto. I wonder if you can read them. I can.
He's very calm for someone who's got a halfling with claws attached to his face. He's so calm.
Do any of those hit?
Wait, I wouldn't have had advantage on that attack, would I? Since he was being
Oh,
grappled.
you're right. You would have had advantage because you grappled. Honestly, realistically,
The 22 hits.
you can go back and re-roll if you would like to for your.
I would like to, if that's okay. Once
That's good.
her turn.
Nope, he just beats the shit. Calmly says that he can read the books that you cannot, and heals. You may reattempt your guiding bolt.
Okay, let me see if this one would have hit. Nope. All right, 2 11s.
Exactly the same. The dice have spoken.
I am not having a good dice day, guys.
Happens to the best of us. We are now at the top of the turn order, Maven. He has been
Not
taunting you, and the party. On and on about books he can read. That he could read for you.
Here's the problem. Me as a player, yeah, heck, I want to know what those are in those books. Maven wants this guy dead. So, just gonna take another shot. This is the player who weeps over lost knowledge.
And you hit.
9. I'm rolling really poorly on that damage. Gosh darn it, 10.
Don't talk shit about your rolls or the dice will really get you.
It's fine. Yep. So that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay. Corica?
Does have resistance to it, but I feel like I could use Hold the Dead again. Actually, if my bite is a bonus action, I can do it twice in a round, can't I?
Sure. Sounds right to me. As
Do
an
I
animals.
have
Yes.
advantage?
You could use advantage. I'm sorry, Zelda.
Yay! It's okay. Does a 13
A 13
hit?
just hits.
That's 8 piercing.
8 chomp damage.
And I will double down and I will just basically sink as far in with my teeth as I possibly can. Does a 14 hit? Yes, sorry. Another 7 damage.
Beautiful.
And I will just like tear at whatever corpse he's inhabiting and try and rip and pull.
Yeah. No pus this time, so you're good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn? Alright, my dear, it is now Eunice.
So I've got a real close-up view of this fella's healing factor. Despite my rage, just a rat in a cage. Obligatory joke aside, can I gauge how long it could take to take this thing down? Like, is it gonna take days at this rate, or?
No, you would say that he is. It seems that he is healing from about 1 attack's worth of damage.
Okay. But we don't know how strong he is initially either, so that could mean... Okay, just gonna keep chopping away. Yeah, and I will admit that I am very impressed that you're capable of holding a whole conversation with knives in your brain. By the way.
Both of those hit.
All right. Not bad.
Beautiful. Yeah, and you puncture him again as you're talking about his brain talking skills.
So what else? Tell me more.
Y'all are having a moment. Fern?
Alright, we're gonna try this again. Same thing, guiding bolts. Almost worse somehow. Oh wait, I still have advantage. That's all I got. I don't think 12 hits.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
It's alright. 'Tis the dice.
'Tis the dice. They're out for you. But when your turn ends, slowly
That's all I got.
some of his wounds heal again. Oh, well, it's the soul that keeps me talking, not the brain.
Fascinating.
It is fascinating, like the books. All of the books. And he points his hand directly in front of him, underneath you, almost hand touching Fern's chest. Oh, sorry. I have to Ignore the DC 0 Constitution save. It is a DC 15 con save for Fern.
Alright. Let's see. Nope.
So a cone, and you can feel the cold energy, all of you. You can't see it, Eunice, because you are directly on top of him, and Zelda doesn't quite see it. Korko doesn't quite see it either. Korko's head kind of stuck into the arm of distracting!
I am sorry.
Okay, so what you missed is, while you are busy chomping, Eunice is busy stabbing, and Maven is in the corner. Without really the ability to do anything, a blast of cold energy leaves his hand directly in front of him and smashes into Fern with full force of 34 cold damage.
34?
Sorry, Zelda. We don't get you don't get exceptions for makeout sessions. Sorry.
I can do this thing with my reaction that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can turn targeted magic and ranged attacks.
It's not a ranged spell attack.
It's not?
Ranged spell attack, you have to roll a d20 to hit. That was a constitution. That was a save.
Okay.
Can you do it on AoE attacks?
Not on AoE. It is
Single target spell ranged.
single targets.
Yeah, it's not a single target spell. She's just the only one in range.
And I'm down.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Zelda's like, I just want to save my friends, guys, and you're all just, I came out here to have a good time. Honestly, I feel so attacked right now.
Yep, I'm unconscious.
Gosh, I don't let you hit him one time and then I knock you out. I'm a bully.
Guys,
Is it my turn?
It is not your turn. It is Maven's.
Maven will. Wait, how far away is that?
Not far. It's a pretty small room. You're about 15 feet from both of them.
Here's what Maven's gonna do. Maven is going to shoot another arrow. Oh my god, I keep putting away my character sheet as if I never need it again.
Mood. That hits?
Boop.
That
That's
hits?
better. So that's 16 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to run. And at the very least, if there's any way I can get Fern's unconscious body back and get in between Lord Malhel and Fern's body, then I'm going to do that.
Feral, you charge on top of Fern's body.
I'm hoping Kuroko can get her up in the next round. But I'm here. I'm being meat shield.
But as the arrow hit his body, you saw something you didn't see before. He wavered slightly. He seems to be weakened. Finally. And it is now Kuroko's turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action, healing word level 1, on our downed friend, and I have to roll the whole thing, and I have so many things in the way. You get 3 + 5, 8 health back, Fern. So you are not dead.
yeah.
Alive!
Not dying. Is weakened the key word here that I should
I don't know.
I should do the thing?
I don't know. Is it?
Do it! Do it!
It has a one charge thing if we fuck it up now. So
Like it's a Pokemon thing. Like if we don't weaken him enough, it'll just
Yeah.
like he'll.
But if you weaken him
Shines.
too much,
Just
will he
shines.
die?
Yeah, we can't risk him dying, but
passes.
I'm gonna kill him. If I hit him, he's dying.
This is an adventure. Be adventurous.
you can. It's up to you.
I.
Do I do it? I need support on this.
Okay, considering it's 5 or it's time, we should. I mean, I would say do it just because it's
Okay.
It's meta information, yes.
I am going to pull the ring out, and I assume putting it on is the right thing to do. And whatever charge is stored into it, I'm going to cast it on our terrible corpsey friend.
The room is filled with light. Blinding. And as it begins to calm, it seems to have emanated from the ring on your finger. A spell was shot from it into the body of this creature, past the flesh. You begin to feel a trembling, Eunice, as you make the intelligent decision to jump off. He convulses. He laughs. So that's the trick. And as he begins to convulse and fold into himself, another blinding ray of light happens as the fleshy corpse that once held him is blown away. And a floating energy stands in front of you. It seems the color of blood. And the stone that the green dragon gave you begins to pulsate as this soul is slowly pulled within the gem. You hear laughter in your ears as the last bits of light fade. And that is where we will end our episode.
Good job, team. Oh my goodness.
Well, good job to you guys.
This was too- oh,
I was
Esther.
there. That was moral support.
Your rolls were good, but you were making thoughtful decisions. That is to be admired. I gotta go. I am actually due for another game, so I gotta go pop onto that.
Where are you going?
I'm going to, I don't know, because Twitch problems sometimes. It's either going to be Graham Crackers' channel or Nairoki's channel.
Guys, look into it. Head that way.
Go for
Not a
it.
big
Go,
deal.
go, go.
Go. Follow Casey. Casey H on Twitter. An angel. We love her. She's beautiful. She's fantastic.
she's
Go. Go.
Go,
Go.
go, go.
Our
Alright.
screens are going to be super fucked up now.
It's fine.
But that's fine. We will go around the rest of cast and crew. I'll try and give you guys some kind of understanding to face it.
That's fine.
But there's no promises. Next in line, we are going to go to our wonderful, kind-hearted, intelligent, new DM, super successful DM, who we will be seeing at Gen Con now, confirmed, because she doesn't have a goddamn choice, our angel, Mackenzie.
Hi. I don't know how to take a compliment like baby. It's fine. Yeah, you can find me over at Mackenzie Lane DA on Twitter. I just started DMing my own show over on Encounter Roleplay called Keepers of the Lost. It's super fun. Over worlds, plural. I'm also here every Friday and every Thursday over on Scraticus Academy for Riders on the Storm. And yeah, I'm gonna be at Gen Con, which is super exciting. Oh my god! I'm so excited to see everyone. I still can't believe it's happening.
Yes, peer pressure is good pressure when it comes to
Yeah.
Gen Con. Speaking of peer pressure, I'm currently working on this one. No promises yet.
Better
But-
frickin' go.
She's hilarious. She's beautiful. She's stunning. This is her first streamed game, and she handles it better than a lot of professionals I have seen. The marvelous, the magnificent Fran.
All right, everybody. I am Fran. You can find me on Twitter at Vocari, at Arcana Checks on Twitter. And then I am Vocari on both Tumblr and Instagram, where my art account is. I only play here every Friday. So this is where you can find me. And that's all.
It's not all. She's great. Follow her on Twitter. We're still trying to get her to go to Gen Con. We get all the witches together. We'll play some Old Faith in person. And then last but not least, someone I have a pleasure of playing in more than one game with. The very talented, the very beautiful, the very kind-hearted Zelda.
Hi, I am Zelda. I am known on Twitter. Sorry, I am.
They handle compliments well.
Yes, it's something I need to learn to do. But speaking of peer pressure, someone got me into going to Gen Con before. So yeah, I'll be
I'm
there
2
too.
for 3.
Gen Con enabler. That's what she does.
Hello.
But yes, you can find me on Twitter at Zeldemonic. I am the paranoid android, and you can find me in all my games on Wednesdays with Bree on the Scraticus Academy channel.
Aiden!
Not this Tuesday because I'm taking it off because I am on vacation technically. But the following Tuesday I will be on the RPG Lab, and you can find me here on Fridays. And I think that is everything. Yay! I think that's everything.
Gotta appreciate the dedication. She's still showing up to games on vacation, so we gotta cheer her on for that. But this has been The Old Faith, Episode 7, The Sun Killer. If you enjoy our channel, make sure you give us a follow. If you really want to give us some support, subscribe. Head over to the Greyhawk Discord. We're making tons of Gen Con plans, so make sure you check that out. I am NPC Bree. I've been your DM today. Find me on Twitter, where I talk about how much I just love all of my friends. And until next week, down with Sewell, I guess. Bye!